You are standing right in the middle of an argument. You have the words ready. You know you are right. A fire is burning in your chest, and you are ready to stand your ground. But then, something terrifying happens. Your vision starts to blur. That familiar, heavy lump forms in your throat. You try to push the words out, but your voice cracks. And completely against your will, the tears begin to fall. You are not sad. You are furiously, deeply angry. But the person standing across from you sees those tears, and their entire demeanor shifts. They let out a heavy sigh. Why are you crying? It is not that big of a deal. In that single moment, the humiliation is crushing. You feel like a powerless child when all you wanted was to be seen as a strong, rational adult. You feel like your own body has betrayed you. If you know this exact feeling, listen closely. You have spent your life calling yourself fragile. But what if everything you have been told about your angry tears is a lie? What if they are not a collapse of your strength, but a brilliant mechanism designed to save you? Today, we are going to decode the profound psychological truth behind why you cry when you are angry. I promise you, by the end of this video, you will no longer see yourself as weak. You will finally understand how to drop the shame and take back your power in those intense moments. If you are tired of feeling misunderstood, consider subscribing to join our safe space and stay with me until the very end. The answer might change the way you see yourself forever. When the argument begins, your mind is remarkably sharp. You know exactly what needs to be said. You have the facts, the logic, and the moral high ground. You are ready to draw a boundary, to demand respect, or to simply state your truth. In your mind, you are a warrior stepping onto a battlefield, fully prepared to defend yourself. But then, the physical reaction starts. It begins subtly, a slight tremor in your hands, a shortness of breath, and then the unmistakable, terrifying sting behind your eyes. This is the moment of the split. Your mind is screaming at you to hold it together, to stay composed, to look them dead in the eye and deliver your point. But your body? Your body has completely hijacked the steering wheel. This disconnect is where the deepest frustration lies. The tears make you feel entirely exposed. You wanted to command respect, but now you feel like you are unconsciously asking for pity. You want it to look formidable, but you feel incredibly fragile. It feels like the ultimate betrayal from within. You are furious at the other person, but suddenly you are even more furious at yourself for not being able to just stay calm. You start wiping your eyes in embarrassment. You start shrinking. But here is where we get it all wrong. There is a deeply ingrained lie we always believe in these moments. A lie about what it actually means to stay perfectly calm during a storm. We have been taught to worship calmness. Society tells us that the person who keeps a straight face, the one who does not raise their voice or shed a tear, is the ultimate winner. We look at them and think they have superior emotional control. But what if we are misreading the entire situation? Often, the person who remains perfectly detached during a heated argument is not exercising immense self-control. Truthfully, they are just not fully invested. They might be running their emotional engine at 50%. They have the luxury of distance. They can afford to be indifferent because the outcome, the relationship, or the absolute truth of the matter simply does not weigh as heavily on their soul. But you are different. You are not wired for indifference. When you step into a conflict, you are not operating at 50%. You are all in. You are running your internal engine at 150% capacity. You care deeply about the injustice of the situation. You care profoundly about being understood. You care about the connection. You are not crying because you lack capability. You are crying because you possess an overwhelming amount of care. And this is the part most people misunderstand. When you run an engine at that level of intensity, when you pour that much passion and desperate need for truth into a single moment, a fundamental rule of physics applies. Any system running at maximum capacity is going to generate heat, a massive amount of heat. Let us step away from psychology for a moment and look at basic biology. Think about a marathon runner sprinting intensely towards the finish line. Their muscles are aching, their heart is pounding, and their internal temperature is skyrocketing. If they get too hot, their entire physical system will shut down. So, what does the body do? It produces sweat to cool the surface of the skin and regulate the temperature inside. When you look at an exhausted athlete drenched in sweat, you do not look at them and think, how fragile, how incredibly weak. You think the exact opposite. You recognize that they are working remarkably hard, and their body is doing exactly what it needs to do to keep them moving forward. Your angry tears are exactly the same. They are nothing more than emotional sweating. In the middle of that intense argument, your nervous system is sprinting. The stakes feel incredibly high. The frustration is immense, and your mental load is so heavy that your internal emotional temperature reaches a critical threshold. You are overheating. To stop your mind from completely burning out, your brain is forced to step in. It realizes that if this level of intensity continues, you will crash. So, it deploys an emergency cooling mechanism. Your body is not broken, and you are not falling apart. Actually, in that very moment, it is trying to save you. When that intense heat builds up in your chest, your autonomic nervous system steps in like a devoted protector. It senses that your heart rate is accelerating, your blood pressure is spiking, and your emotional bandwidth is stretched to its absolute limit. If this continues, you will enter a state of complete overwhelm. To prevent that crash, your brain activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's network, designed to calm you down and bring you back to safety. And how does it rapidly cool down an overheated emotional engine? It releases tears. These are not tears of weakness or defeat. They are a biological release valve. They literally carry stress hormones out of your body, physically lowering your internal temperature and helping to slow down your racing heart. Think about how profoundly beautiful that is. Your body is fighting to keep you safe in a moment where your mind feels completely under attack. So, the next time you feel that heavy lump in your throat during a confrontation, stop telling yourself that you are failing. You are not crying because you have run out of logic. You are not crying because you are losing the argument. You are crying because your body is desperately trying to put out a massive fire in your chest just so you can survive the battle. And once you realize this, the shame begins to dissolve entirely. So, the next time the tears start to fall right in the middle of a battle, I want you to completely change the way you speak to yourself. Do not apologize. Do not look away. Do not let the person across from you convince you that you are losing control or acting like a child. Tell yourself the truth. You are not breaking down. You are simply experiencing emotional sweating. Your body is cooling down a deeply passionate engine so you can keep fighting for what you believe in. In a world that is becoming increasingly indifferent, crying when you are angry is the ultimate proof that you still care. It is the physical manifestation of a heart that refuses to be numb. But here is where the science of your tears gets even more fascinating. Your nervous system is not just trying to lower your internal temperature. When those tears finally fall, your body is actually deploying a secret, formidable chemical weapon, a literal biological blanket designed to disarm the person attacking you and force them to back down. What exactly is this invisible chemical weapon, and how does it unconsciously manipulate the mind of the person you are arguing with? We are going to decode all of that in our next episode. If you are someone who emotionally sweats during conflicts, let me know in the comments below. You are not broken, and you are certainly not alone in this. And if this space made you feel seen and understood today, consider subscribing to join our community as we continue to decode the hidden layers of our inner world. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next chapter.